Дня, шановні колеги.
Good afternoon, dear colleagues. Thank you for coming and thank you to the audience online. We continue our working day in Ukraine Crisis Media Center. The topic of the next briefing is presentation of social and cultural forum PogranCult GaliciaCult. Our guests are Olga Sagaidak, project director, co-founder of charity foundation Mystetski Nadra, Oksana Barshynova, art expert, head of the research department for art of 20s, and Liubov Yakymchuk, poet journalist, and Lucie Řehoříková, director of Czech Center in Kiev. Good afternoon. I'm glad to announce our forum, which will take place in Kharkiv in October 16th through 18th. This project will be the forum is titled PogranCult GaliciaCult. This is one in the series of forums intended to unite Ukraine. Our experience started in 2014 when Don Cult Forum was held. It was dedicated to the culture of Donbass. It was a pilot project, and it showed to us that it is important to talk about Ukrainian regional culture, and we are not enough proud with various regions' culture in Ukraine. 15,000 people they visited forum, and those art events from Donbass originated from Donbass. They were real novelty for us, and Don Cult proved for us such multicultural unity events. They are very important for Ukraine because artists from two regions, from Galicia and Donbass, they had the opportunity to work on joint project during 2 weeks. It was not demonstration of achievements of Donbass. There were collaborational projects when artists and musicians and other performers, they have the opportunity to generate joint products. In Lviv, more than 10,000 people visited our forum, and we met many people who became our partners and who shares our opinions about the importance of collaboration all over Ukraine and networking. Our partners became Lviv Philharmonia and Cultural Association Ziga and other NGOs. Along with these partners, we created the idea of new forum PogranCult GaliciaCult. It will be held in Kharkiv. The structure remains the same as it was in our previous projects. This is visual art, literature, music, cinema, lectures and discussions, workshops, master classes. However, we added a new component. It is an innovative component. Before PogranCult GaliciaCult Forum in August, there will be artistic residences for 3 weeks. Galicia participants, they will be hosted in Kharkiv. It was urbanistic art, graphic arts, and artists will work with Palmo Markov, his famous graphic artist, and Bureau of Drozdov. Historians will think how to work about the House of Word in they will generate as a deliverable a joint product of Galicia art and Kharkiv art. So we hope that successful projects from abroad will also be presented by us. We have marvelous partners in Lviv, and we have supporters in Kharkiv. This is Yermilov Center, Art Cluster Kamin, Hudprom Loft Gallery of the Academy of Design, and Kharkiv Art Museum. Oksana Barshynova will tell us about the museum, and theaters, Pushkin Theater, Arabesque Theater, and universities of University of Local Municipal Sector and many other Ukrainian institutions. We hope that in some time in future we will prepare together new forums in Chernivtsi. And in general, I would like also to tell a few words that this forum is a very complex structure containing many events and about 300 participants from Galiciana and from other countries. They will come to Kharkiv to discuss the common features and distinctive features of different regions of Ukraine. For example, common features in Kharkiv and in Slobozhanщина, this is intervention of such empires which came and changed the landscape, cultural and religious landscapes. They destroyed some cultures, but they also add something to the culture. And then again, the period of changes came. For Galiciana, such period was long. It has ended already, and now Galiciana is now addressing such periods, such cultures as a myth, and try to monetize it and to make it attractive. There is also experience of many people from Galiciana going working abroad. When they work abroad, they also enrich themselves with cultures of other nations, and such joint experiences they also connect this western and eastern region of Ukraine. So people from Galiciana, from Lviv, they will come to Kharkiv, and we hope that they will be accepted by the host with real promotion and favorable conditions. We also have such Austrian Forum, German Embassy, and Czech Center in Kiev who support us, and we hope other foreign partners will also cooperate with us, and other foundations, but to connect regions of Ukraine. This is primarily our domestic matter. So we started campaign at Spilna Kosht internet site. At this website you can help us by finances, and we ask you for your support, and other regions then will also be able to see our projects at their centers.
Liubov Yakymchuk.
Liubov Yakymchuk is given the floor. Good afternoon, everyone. Glad to see you here at this briefing. I am a curator of the literary program forum of PogranCult, GaliciaCult, and I'm going to tell you about the program in order for you to understand how we form these programs and what components are included. in the program. Firstly, I addressed the advisors from Kharkiv and Galicia in order that they showed some views, their views of Galicia, how it looks from Kharkiv and from inside, who are the main heroes of modern literature and history of literature, and also on the basis of this, and on the basis of the quantity of some names, there should be a literary program formed. And this program, it is not subjective, it is not author program, and many people joined, both from Kharkiv Literary Museum. They provide the advice. Sergei Zhadan, Oleg Kotarev brought their advice, and also among those who are in Liubov Yakymchuk, Lena Galeta, and many others. Řehoříková Yakymchuk also joined, and on the basis of this, we formed the program. It is rather versatile, and we wanted to show Galicia not a stereotype and standard as we saw it previously. So we wanted to present local culture, and also there is a literary program that envisages some mountainous regions, and in the mountains we had some readings in the framework of this forum. Tandem of Vasiliev Grisuk and Asta Poslevinskova. They presented their poetry. Then it was important to show Galicia versatile, composed many regions, so from different oblasts, except of Lvivshina, it is from Kievshina and Ternopolshina, and Galicia in this region presented in other ways, and many projects helped to show this. And from Ternopil, we will have a project by Yuri Zavatsky. This is a non-standard project, multimedia project, musical poetry project, phonetic poetry, in which there is a lot of sounds and not many words. Speaking about Lviv, there is a multi-visual project representing Kharkiv musician, and they will present their work, and then Galicia will be represented with the help of all those advisors of mine as modern literary tradition, and also to show the history of this region. If we are speaking about the history of Galicia, we are speaking about such famous literary authors as Harmazach and Gun, and he got Nobel Prize 50 years ago, Akagnon, and also Josef Roth, Stanislav Lem, and Bronislaw Schulz, and all of them will be present in this program. So we are speaking about versatile Galicia with all its problems and with the experience of overcoming these problems. So the problem approach is the main in the forming of this program. As you understand, literature of Galicia is broad, and there are many personalities who represent this literature, and this is a phenomena. And except of Lviv Literary School, we have Stanislavski phenomenon, and the representatives of this phenomena will have separate event at our forum, and this event we announce as one of the events we will want to fundraise for. So we ask everyone who want to join, please, you may join. And there is also a powerful project that we wanted to present at the forum. It's the project of Yuri Androchovich, named Antonich at Home. And it is about musical and poetry project, about verses of Antonich, who, together with Ukrainian and Polish musicians, Yuri Androchovich sing, and the vocalist Elena Gorbaczewska also will perform. And this is a powerful project, theatrical project, that is close to some theatrical action. They are called performances, and also this project will be brought there, so we work on this, and we hope that everything will be okay. Thank you very much for your attention.
Oksana Barshynova, the floor is yours. Good afternoon. Thank you for the opportunity to tell about the visual program of GaliciaCult. This is extremely important because the visual program is stable. Starting with October 4th, it will be working for 2 weeks, creating such a framework for all the events. I would like to say I represent here curator trio. Curators besides me are also Dmitro Golets and Natalia Kosmilivska, Deputy Director of Lviv Palace of Arts. In collaboration with my colleague from Lviv, we have elaborated the program of our visual performance, GaliciaCult. I should say that in Kharkiv, visual program will cover several platforms, about a dozen of platforms. Many of them have been already listed by Olga Sagaidak. I would like to focus attention on 2 of them, which will be based in Yermilov Center and Kharkiv Art Museum, where we will deploy the narrative about the myths, stereotypes of Galiciana. We dedicate attention to 3 centers which are historical: Galiciana, Lviv, Thermopylae, and Ivano-Frankivsk. They differ much, but they can become they form the joint picture, and we will be able to discuss many matters and of specifics and about common problems such as migration problem and empire invasion and gender aspects. In other words, our visual program, artistic works, they will tell with the help of us as curators not only about achievements of Galiciana artists, but also they will demonstrate the strengths of arts, which will help us to understand our Kharkiv, Kiev, Galiciana stereotypes of perception. I should say that we are working with many Galiciana artists who address this myth of Galiciana in a very good manner. Radsky, Yuri Koch, of course, famous artists would be represented with whom our best achievements are associated of the Galiciana arts: Zverinsky, Selsky, Zinovy Flint, Lyubomir Medvedev, Gen Lysik, Alexander Ksinin, and many others. Also, talking about gender diversity and the techniques of performance, we will cover many types and techniques, starting with traditional and ending with installations and video art and performances. Our partner, we are very proud of her. of it, it's Lvivska Dziga, famous art platform headed by Vladimir Kaufman. This platform has already won the prominent place both in Ukrainian and international art space thanks to the performances in Lviv. Lviv is not only the center of ancient arts but also of modern art. When we worked on Don Cult project, our previous project, we have already developed a methodology of demonstrating arts, and our method, I will not give all the details, but primarily it joins, it represents not only artistic works, but also much documentary materials, various archive materials, which will help us extensively to narrate and to disclose the process of myth generation. We will also address some problematic issues connected to historical memory, historical experience. It is very important for us that the visual platform be not passive framework. We wanted to be a very important factor in building a dialogue with Kharkiv citizens. So, except the Galician distinctive features, we will also address our common features. So, we would use the experience of Soviet times and of frontier territories.
So firstly, I would like to tell you that we want to travel to Kharkiv and to enjoy this ambitious, systemic program. And I wish everyone that you succeed and that there is such a celebration, such an event, and people in the regions where there are only 4% who travel outside the city. So for this locality is very important. So we can bring some events there. And I would like to say, as Olga reminded to us, European community supports this project, this professional project of interesting programs. And there will be representatives of Israel, Germany, Poland, Czech Republic, and Austria. So please join us, and we are doing crowdfunding, and financial area is the most unpleasant but very important. That's why, please, we ask our partners to join and help. And what can I say? The experience shows that long-term projects that they can stay, painters, they can stay there for several days, and there will be people from Galicia, and these people can travel to the region. That is just good, and this is an alternative diplomacy. This is a cooperation, negotiation, living organism that rises and transforms, and many wonderful things can come out of it. So we wish you success, and we believe that we will be able to meet, and we celebrate a year of Václav Havel in Ukraine. On the 5th of October, he would be 80 years. He is one of the most prominent persons of creating our consciousness in the 21st century. And we have some events in National Theatre named after Ivan Franko. because this prominent playwright also cooperated with the team, Sanatia play will be performed, and I recommend to come and to see this wonderful play. And also the director also is here, and we expect a broad dialogue. And in Kharkiv we want to present a joint project. There will be musicians from Kharkiv and 9 people from Czech Republic, 6 musicians, and this will be a concert in a wonderful constructive circus that is half ruined in Kharkiv. So there is wonderful acoustics, wonderful atmosphere of underground, and we invite you to attend these events. We do not know the dates, but we are glad that we can to show this psychedelic rock band that influenced many people in the world, and including Czech Republic. And also Václav Havel, who was before he was the writer, and these wonderful musicians, they had some concerts and they were detained, and we were very happy that they were released, and he was he was freed from the prison and became the president. So that was a wonderful event. So Lucia commented, and now I will tell you that we have a big team. And I would like to tell several words about those programs that are absent now, that theatrical and musical programs. From one side, they are entertaining, but in our case, this is not entertainment. This is a serious cultural and discussion platform, and in that program, it is very pleasant to say, we hope that the Ministry of Culture of Ukraine will support us, and we hope that we will be able to bring to Kharkiv 2 plays, Zernoschowiще, grain storage facility, and Nation, Nacja from Ivano-Frankivsk. So this is important. These plays are acute and interesting, and they are played by Galicia people, but they are speaking about the history of Central Eastern Ukraine. And the main thesis is, why do we speak that we are a forum, not a festival? Is that every event envisages discussion. And as Don Kult shows, the grain storage facility play, this discussion is longer than the play itself, and we hope for the dialogue with the residents of Kharkiv about Galicia product. And also we hope that in theatrical program there will be a project of Sergei Brahma, Autumn on Pluto, and we hope that theater of IDPs will join, and we are very proud of it. And the premiere was on Don Kult last year, and this was the trying to work with the IDPs from Donbass, and now this is a wonderful institution that has its history, has its repertoire in Kiev, and it develops constantly, and Crimeans also joined to this project, and we hope that we will combine the theater from Ivano-Frankivsk and this IDP theater, and they will make some work in progress. And also I remember Natalka Varashby. We have wonderful curator of musical program, Luba Moroz. She went to Porto Franco, and she works in Galicia with people from Ivano-Frankivsk, and there is a project, a concert mentioned by Lucia in memory of Havel, and there are some projects, Collegium Musicum. This is a modern broadcasting of classical music and music of the beginning of the 21st century, and academic approach and non-standard performance. And residents of Kharkiv waiting for this performance, and we bring some more Madada that will be a gift for our youth. And there will be many other events in the musical program. Also, we reminded one of our curators from Lviv, and there is also a wonderful person, Masha Varanchuk, and this is about documentary, and she prepares a residence in Kharkiv to create a joint film, Kharkiv by the eyes of Galicia people, and Galicia by the eyes of residents of Kharkiv. So we create joint projects. And also, I also thank Irina Matsevka. We have active discussion program that will be very accurate and interesting, and there will be roundtables, and many interesting researchers of Galicia will come from abroad, and we hope for support of the American embassy, because the key lecture will be planned. This is a lecture by Wolf on Galicia. He is a prominent American researcher, and many other researchers that will join us from Israel, Germany, Austria, and they are going to discuss about the views on Galicia from outside, and they will say that Galicia is not only the region of Ukraine, this is the region of for Jewish people, for Polish people, so this is a complex, comprehensive region of combination of different cultures. And also Irina Magdesh, when we created Dom Cult in Lviv, she headed the Department of Culture of the Lviv City Council, and she was a very active proponent of this event. And Irina, we are happy that she will join, and she became a curator of of our residences. So that's how our team looks, and we thank everyone for attention, and we ask you to support us through fundraising, and I hope that this project is of value to our country. Thank you. Olga, thank you, dear colleagues. Do you have some comments or questions? Please introduce yourself first. Good afternoon, Olga Garchal, UCMC. Thank you very much for your work. I would like to comment, and I would like to ask you, and where can we get information about the project? Is this a site, a page in the internet? How can we join at the stage as an audience, or can we join to the project as a performer, as an artist? Because there were some questions on Facebook book about the registration to the project. Thank you for your question. Yes, the information and the program is being formed, and this is connected with our process of fundraising. And we always dream about ideal, but we implement it step by step, and we believe that everything will be great. And there will be information on the site, and the most important information is at the platform of Spilna Kosht and on our Facebook page. And this Dofa Fund site will be filled with the program and the announcements. And on Facebook we have active page, and on the 5th of June, we will have 2-week contest, and there the artists from Galicia will be able to apply to residences, and for 2 weeks we will study their portfolio and the CV in order to announce the participants of the residence, and the residence will be fully financed. Later I will be able to announce our European donor that helps us to organize residences. As to the joining the programs, we invite artists, musicians, painters. Please contact us, all our curators. Contact them through Facebook, and they will welcome your address. We are open for communication. Thank you very much. Do you have other questions or comments? So I will comment. So two Dom Cult passed in Lviv and in Kiev, and I wanted to understand the scope, the scale of this forum. So what was the number previously, and what will be the number expected? And what is the total number of volunteers, all those who were involved in the organization of this year forum? Thank you very much for your question. On the whole, what we were able to count, all the events were free of charge, both in Kiev and in Lviv. That's why we couldn't follow some events. But that was about 15 audience in Kiev and more than 10,000 people in Lviv. And Kharkiv is a big student city, and we hope that in Kharkiv we will have not less than 20,000. We want to attract more people. As to our working group in Kiev, that was a small group, and students joined as volunteers, the students of Artist Academy and in Lviv. There were 13 locations, and there were many more partners, and the process started, the process of integration, and it was important that we were joined by youth plus students, and they were active volunteers, and it's very pleasant for me to say that they now are in the Academy of Leadership, and they study there due to participation in our project. And that's why we want that there will be volunteers from Galicia and from Kharkiv in Kharkiv project, because young people can work for this organization, and we welcome volunteers. We will take care of you, and you can join us. Please do. Do you have other questions? Please ask. Olga Sagaidak, UCMC. The question about the fundraising. What should be the sum? How many days do you have for this? And can you specify what is spilna kosht and how can anyone join? So this is a technical aspect. Spilna kosht is a fantastic crowdfunding platform. There are many such crowdfunding platforms abroad, but I know this platform. They are active, and many wonderful cultural and ecological projects were born and supported by Spilna Kosht, joint funding. And they are a locomotive of crowdfunding in Ukraine, and we are ambitious. We have ambitious goals, 200,000 in 6 or 10 days, and these 200,000 for 5 events out of 80. So this is not the whole forum, and we want to fundraise, and we will be able to add some events. And the terms, so short terms, they are because we want to announce some sort of a program and to negotiate with our partners, and that's why 200,000, and we have 60 days. So please, who want to join us through Spilna Kosht, we envisage interesting gifts. These are gifts from leading Ukrainian writers who will participate in our forum. And you can get a parcel from Yuri Andrukhovich or Mr. Prokhashka with some discs, books, signatures. And I believe that this is an interesting opportunity, but for this you should send some sum of money, and this is provided in Spilna Kosht. You can find it through Google, and you can join to this wonderful opportunity. Thank you very much, dear colleagues. If you don't have any other questions, I would like to say at the end and to present a video footage. So there will be a GaliciaCult event. There will be artists, performers, historians. They will speak with the Kharkivans and many people will join. And how people from Galicia imagine Kharkiv, and what do they know about each other. So you may know these people, and we will show that the East and the West are together. So this is a ruining of stereotype and creating joint cultural content. Leading plays, avant-garde and other interesting directions of art, school of performance, cartoons, and other interesting projects, and this is only a small part of our project.
Істориками, спільним креативними проектами митців з двох протилежних регіонів, аж 25 тисяч відвідувачів та кілька сотень учасників створили своє уявлення про регіон. Протягом 2 тижнів на нас чекатиме близько 80 подій в найцікавіших локаціях Харкова, і всі вони будуть безкоштовними. Кожен мистецький проект – це привід поговорити, поставити запитання, посперечатися, виказати власну думку та, що важливіше, почути іншого. Ми прагнемо залучити всю Україну. Наступним кроком стане Слобожанщина на Заході. Разом ми поступово створимо потужну українську творчу мережу, яка надійно зшиє Україну та відкриє кордони. Тільки спільними зусиллями реалізуємо PogranCult, GaliciaCult у Харкові та майбутні форуми в кожному з куточків України. Ми потребуємо вашої підтримки та допомоги.
Дякую вам, колеги. На цій ноті будемо завершувати. Успіху вам із цим форумом.
So thank you very much, dear colleagues, and we are waiting for your event.